Hello there everyone, and we are welcoming you back to another Toon World video. So in today's video we'll be talking about one of Boboiboy's 7 elements, which is the fire element. So we know it's one of the most powerful elements out there, one of the most aggressive ones that Boboiboy uses. So for the first part of our presentation we'll be talking about the level 1 fire element, which is Boboiboy Fire or Boboiboy. So here he is. This is how he looks like in the original Boboiboy series, and this is how he looks like in Boboiboy Galaxy. To represent the hot nature of his powers, he wears a sleeveless shirt and shorts and red clothes, and as you can see the cap is faced upwards so that you can actually see the white hair, the white strand of hair on his head. This white hair was first shown in the Boboiboy movie 1 when Borara knocked his cap off. So Boboiboy Fire is very strong, but he has unstable emotions. He's the most unstable one. He is aggressive just like fire, and his eyes would burn with fire when he is angry. So let's look at what Boboiboy Fire's powers are. What are his abilities, his skills? So we'll draw his skill sets here one by one in the form of icons, and then we will explain them one by one to you. So these are the powers that he has shown throughout the series. Okay, we are done here. Now let's look at the first one. The first one is fireballs or BEBOLA, which are balls made of fire. They are condensed fire that can roll on the palm of Boboiboy's hands, and he can actually throw these balls of fire towards the enemy. He can make it really big, which is maximum fireball, and he can throw it rapidly towards the enemy in a form of rapid fire attack. Okay, so we are done with fireball. So we look at the next attack, which is flaming punch, or TUMBUKAN BERAPI. What Boboiboy does here is that he concentrates fire onto his fists and then punches the enemy. So it delivers a powerful pack of punch together with a powerful explosion. This is how it looks like in the comics. It's a pretty straightforward attack actually. So we are done with that one. Next we've got the fire shackles or Gagulong Api. So this ability is used to bind the enemy. So these fire shackles or rings will constrict the enemies around them. So it will trap them, making them unable to move. So the enemies like Borara here or Boboiboy, they are shackled by these fire rings, so they become unable to move. So they are trapped. And then we move on to the next one, which is flaming kick or Tendangan Berapi. So this is like the fire punch, except we are using kicks here instead of punches. So Boboiboy concentrates fire at his feet, and then he releases that kick towards the enemy. Also, when his feet are burning with fire, he can jump really high, creating a powerful fire jump at the same time, like shown in the comics here. And then we move on to the next ability. This is actually a combination ability with another elemental ability of Boboiboy. This is Fire Golem, which is when, you know, the Earth Golem that Boboiboy Earthquake can create. So when Boboiboy Fire puts his fire element inside that golem, that earth golem will change into a fire golem. So this ability has to be used together with Boboiboy Earthquake. So those are the abilities of Boboiboy Fire that we'd like to cover here. So we move on to the level 2 of Boboiboy Fire, which is Boboiboy Blaze. So Boboiboy's fire element can be upgraded into another level, which is level 2 or version 2. So this is Boboiboy Blaze, a higher level of the fire elemental powers. So here Boboiboy wears a hoodie above his cap. This is how he looks like in the original Boboiboy series, and the cap has fire patterns on it. So this is so what we are showing at the right side here is another concept of the level 2 of the fire powers, which is Boboiboy Pyro. This was designed earlier and was featured in cards, posters and games, but then the creators of Boboiboy decided to cancel this version, cancel Boboiboy Pyro, so they sticked with Boboiboy Blaze instead. And this is how Boboiboy Blaze looks like in Boboiboy Galaxy at the right side here. So this time he doesn't have a hoodie anymore, and he wears 2 layers of clothing, but he's still sleeveless. It is also interesting to note that in some images we see Boboiboy Blaze using blue flames instead of red flames. So this is probably to show that his flames are really hot. They are at a higher temperature than the normal fire that he uses, so it turns blue. So now let's look at the abilities of Boboiboy Blaze. What are his powers compared to Boboiboy Fire? So we'll draw the icons first like we did before, and then we will explain his powers one by one. Okay, so moving on to the first ability, which is Blazing Chakrams or Chakra BERAPI. So these sharp round discs are really hot and sharp at the same time, so they can be used to attack the enemy. It can be used to slice the enemies and slice objects. These things can be thrown through a long distance and have powerful destructive capabilities. You can see that this rock formation was sliced to pieces. And then the second ability is Fire Breath or HEMBUSAN BERAPI. So this attack comes from the mouth. So Boboiboy Blaze takes a deep breath and then releases fire like a flamethrower. He blows the fire towards the enemy. So combined with Boboiboy Cyclone's wind, this fire created a powerful fire whirl towards the enemy. And then the third ability we'd like to share here is Blazing Meteor or Meteor BERAPI. So Boboiboy Blaze can call forth meteor from the sky. So a hole will be opened up at the sky, and then a large meteor can fall down onto the earth from the sky. This is a really powerful attack. He actually summons a whole different object from the sky. And then we have the Blazing Fire Punch or TUMBUKAN TINJU BERAPI. This is quite similar to the Fire Punch that we mentioned earlier at the level 1 Boboiboy Fire, but this one is more powerful and can be launched towards long distances. So we are done with the abilities of Boboiboy Blaze. Next we'll talk about another form of the fire element, which is Elemental Fusion, Boboiboy Frostfire. So in the second Boboiboy movie, we find out that Boboiboy can perform elemental fusion. So what he does is that he fuses his fire abilities with ice powers. So Boboiboy Blaze combines with Boboiboy Ice. They fuse together, becoming Boboiboy Frostfire. We see that he maintains a sleeveless look but has a furry collar at the same time. So the way he fights, it is a kickboxing style of fighting with fire and ice attacks at the same time. His left side has ice powers, ice-based attacks, while his right side has fire-based attacks. For the second part of our video, we'll be talking about clones or copies of Boboiboy that use fire elemental powers. So first we'll talk about Boboibot Fire. So who is Boboibot? Boboibot is a robot that was created by the villain Adudu. So Adudu created this robot in order to fight against Boboiboy, who frequently stops his plans. So what Adudu did was he inserted some of Boboiboy's fire into the robot that he created, which is Boboibot. So this Boboibot gained fire elemental powers. So it didn't just become a regular robot, it became Boboibot Fire with the same abilities as Boboiboy Fire. So what can Boboiboy Fire do? These are his abilities. His hand, his robot hand, can turn into a torch burner. So the attacks that he can perform are Fireball 2.0. He uses the number 2.0 to name his attacks. And then he has Maximum Fireball 2.0 and Fire Punch 2.0. Next we'll talk about another Boboiboy clone, which is CETAK ROMPAK Boboiboy. So this CETAK ROMPAK clone was created using power spheres. It was created using copy bot and paste bot, also known as CETAK bot and ROMPAK bot. So they scanned Boboiboy and then created this Boboiboy Fire. However, this clone is weaker and inferior to the original Boboiboy Fire. Now that we've reached the end of our video, we'd just like to put these images side by side so that you can compare between all the different forms of Boboiboy and his clones that use fire powers. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. Goodbye.